world, what's good out there? I'm Chris Fitzgerald, and I'm going to be posting on this channel weekly to talk about things that are on my mind and primarily about how to become comfortable in your skin and how I became comfortable in my skin. And it's going to touch on areas of importance like challenging yourself, pushing yourself, being uncomfortable, being comfortable, being uncomfortable, things like that. So it's going to be interesting. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to change it around. I'm going to go with what I record, and I'm going to post it weekly. So anyway, I want to get into the topic of the day or the week. So the first topic I'm going to talk about is sucking at something new. So this is a perfect example. I decided to create this channel, post these weekly, and I know I'm going to suck at it. I know it's going to be messy and it's not going to come out the way I wanted. But I'm going to continue to do it and see how I can change and evolve and grow and make it more valuable and make it interesting, and also at the same time put my point of view out there. So those are the things that I'm going to start to talk about in this weekly post. I don't know if anyone will watch it. I don't really care if anyone will watch it. I'm doing it for me. So yeah. So sucking at something new. I think it's an interesting topic because of the fact that it's scary. It's not predictable. You don't know what you're getting into. It doesn't feel good. It feels like you're a beginner and you don't know what you're doing, and you can make mistakes and all that sort of stuff. That's the good part. That's what people need to do. That's what I need to do in order to grow. And it's very easy to sit back and be comfortable and not put yourself out there and not try new things and not experiment. And I want to do all those things. I want to do all those things, and especially these days with all the technology out there and all the ability to connect with people, I think it's interesting to try these things out, to use technology, to use YouTube as a portal to connect and to create content, and it's a exciting thing for me to do. I don't know how long each post will be. I don't know if the topics will change over time, but this is the first one. So the first one's going to suck. I've definitely, agreed that that's the way it's going to happen in the beginning. So continue to work at this, continue to develop. But back to sucking at something new. Almost everything I've done in my life, I have been good at when I started. Skiing, whatever it is, running, working out, anything, your job, your relationships with your friends, family, whatever. That's where you start. You start without knowing anything, without having any idea of what it's like to continue to do it, to be successful, to always put out good content. And that's, to me, the challenge and what I want to explore with this process. And I'm committed to it. I'm going to do it weekly. And I want to have fun along the way. I don't have any catchy tunes. I don't have any fancy logos or introductions or music or anything like that. I just have literally me talking. So yeah, but sucking at something new. It's a theme in my life, and uh, you know, take, for example, skiing. I started skiing when I was a little kid. I was probably 6 or 7 years old. My mom would take me up to a local tiny little 800-foot vertical ski area. And after school, she would take us. I have two sisters, and we'd go up once a week after school. And I hated it. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to be outside. I didn't want to be in the cold. Um, I didn't know how to ski. I wasn't interested in learning. I'd rather be hanging out with my friends. But we continued to do it, and we did it every week. And I remember my mom saying to me, "You're going to be so thankful when you're in middle school and high school that you learn this, that you learned how to ski." So yeah, we did, and then we'd go away in February every February break growing up, and then at the high school I went on all the ski trips and went out west and learned how to ski in different conditions out there. And then I ended up going to college in Denver, Colorado. So I skied and snowboarded all the time, 50, 60 days a year. And who would have thought that you had to start and be so uncomfortable and not be able to turn and understand how to slow down and how to stop and all the things that you can do when you ski. But yeah, you don't start there, and it starts out you fall a lot. You don't enjoy it. It takes a lot of time to develop that skill, and that is, I think, what life is about. I think it's about developing skills and sucking at something new. But really, I think the most important thing about sucking at something new is just accepting it and knowing that you're going to suck at it and not doing it anyway, continuing to just be brave and do it anyway, and don't listen to the fear that says don't continue and don't challenge yourself and don't push yourself and don't get outside of your comfort zone. Because I know for me, for many, many years and for most of my adult life, I've definitely played it safe and not put myself out there for fear of people not liking me, people rejecting me, people thinking differently from me, people criticizing me, and that's held me back. So I don't want to do that any longer, and this is my attempt to change all that. So I will be, again, posting this weekly and seeing how it evolves and seeing how it changes and seeing what I learn about myself, and then also if people want to provide input and criticism or whatever they want to provide, that's great. But I don't even know if people will see this anyway. So I'll just continue to create. I'll continue to talk. I'll continue to get on here. I'll do it once a week. Let's say I'll do it every Wednesday. That's a good idea. Midweek, give me an opportunity to switch things up and get out of my daily grind and think about what it's like to try something new, or what it's like to how to be successful in life, how to grow, how to push yourself, how to try new things, how to always be looking for what's next. Because you can't be stagnant. You can't stay where you are. That's impossible. You need to grow. You need to develop, and it happens daily. And it's something that is a part of life, and it's important to make the most of it. So anyway, that's the end of the blog, the post, whatever you want to call it, for the day. I'll see you again next week. All right. See you later. Bye.